at Edwin Díaz making his major league debut. Young man out of Caguas, Puerto Rico. 1-2 to Jimenez. Hit down to Seager. And one away. He is bringing some serious gas here tonight at Safeco. Swing and a miss. Struck him at his first big league strikeout. Edwin Díaz, 2 down here in the 7th.
And it was 100 miles an hour.
Good pacing too by Díaz. 0-1 pitch. Oh man, he's feeling good. 0-2. He's going to get a standing ovation if he gets a punch out here. The 0-2 to Rajay Davis. Just fouled off the glove of Iannetta. Here's the 0-2. Hit down to Seager. Takes his time, throws him out. Fine debut for Edwin Díaz. Hitting 100, striking out 1, and bringing this crowd and his teammates to their feet here at Safeco Field. Mariners trail 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
Cut out and missed at 98, and Díaz polishes off the Rays, and he strands runners on the corners, and he keeps a 2-run lead.
A lot of long Boston faces. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Díaz. I'll see you later.
New era is born here in Seattle. The electric one, Edwin Díaz, with his first big league save as Robbie Cano hits a game-winning 3-run homer, and the Mariners beat the Red Sox 5-4.
And how does that part of the celebration feel for you?
Great, great. You know, I didn't supposed to eat. Wow. I don't got word for that.
I've been calling the electric Eddie D. Is that okay? No, I like it. It's good. I said, well, we're going with it then. Pitch here to Mike Trout. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down.
Pretty good slider right there after a couple of fastballs. So far he's topped out at 98.
With his second strikeout. That slider is filthy.
This thing is up, elevated in the middle of the plate. Most pitchers that throw a slider in that area to Albert Pujols, they're going to end up losing it, but not for Díaz.
Check, please. Game over. Electric Eddie D saves it for Felix. The 0-2 to Cabrera. Pitch. Struck him out. Electric Eddie D. 9 pitches. Díaz deals 1-2. Swing and a miss. Mariners win. Playoff hope still alive. Edwin Díaz pitched himself into and out of trouble. What a performance by the young man. 3-2 from Eddie D to Noriaoki. Strike 3. Got him. Mariners win the ball game. 4-2, their first win of 2017, and Dan Altavilla gets his first major league win. It's saved by Edwin Díaz as the Mariners come up big with 2 runs in the 9th inning. Here's a 2-2. Good heat, strikeout. And Encarnacion and the Indians are done in the 8th. Chisenhall, swing and a miss, got him. Zunino takes his time, throws to first. That is your ball game, and the Mariners win it 3-1. Takes the first game in this 3-game series. Evens their road record to 4-4. Miranda evens his record to 2-2. And a save for Mr. Díaz, his 4th.
3 outs away from a win. Edwin Díaz for the 3rd straight day. Oh yeah, Abreu is down on 3 pitches. Finished up with the slider. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 99 outside the zone, and back-to-back strikeouts for Díaz here in the 10th. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Díaz strikes out the side in order. And for the first time since 2003, the Mariners sweep the White Sox in Chicago. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3 at 98. Have fun ranking where this win ranks this season.
Well, for me, I think it's right at the top. I've been thinking about it and what's at stake for these guys, how well they've been playing, and playing in this building against the Astros, who have been out in front of the West all year long. It's important for them to get off to a good start if they want to win this series. I think it's a critical game. Segura was outstanding again. The Mariners hitting the ball out of the ballpark, including Mike Zunino. Díaz's 4th save 4 days in a row.
His 2-2. And he gets it. Reddick goes down swinging. The Mariners win it. They go 5-1 on the road trip. And they take 2 games out of 3 against the winningest team in the American League.
What a great road trip for them. We've talked about the homestand. It's going to be terrific with the Yankees and Boston coming to town, then the Mets. They don't have an off day until next Thursday. And it comes down to James Paxton. Wins the first game coming out of the All-Star break. Wins this game today. He was terrific. Gets his ninth win on the year.
2-2 from Diaz. He got him! That is what you call a big win. Mariners win it at the stadium 2-1. Home run. Yonder Alonso. The game winner in the 11th. What a beauty.
Put away time. And he does. Game over. Mariners win it. 6-4. Series even at a game apiece. Mariners win the penultimate game of 2017. Great 8th inning. Mitch Haniger.
Here's Diaz, the 1-2 pitch.
And he struck him out. Game over. Mariners win the season opener here in 2018. Diaz in trouble, out of trouble. Game over. Mariners win it 2-1.
With the big home run tonight. The 2-run home run to give the Mariners the lead early in the ballgame against one of the best pitchers last year's Cy Young Award, and Corey Kluber. Felix Hernandez was just terrific tonight. An exciting 9th inning for the fans that showed up here tonight.
Another 2-2. Strike 3 called. Slider gets Narvaez. Diaz gets his major league leading 10th save, and the Mariners take the series.
Here comes 0-1. Ground ball. Diaz will take it himself. And ladies and gentlemen, your Seattle Mariners have just won 3-1 and moved into a tie for first place with the Houston Astros in the American League West.
Boy, the Mariners offensively look right to the middle of the lineup. Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager, Ryan Healy all drive in a run tonight. Healy, his 9th home run on the year. Marco Gonzalez. What a run this kid is on.
Put a wrap on it. Game over. Mariners 3 times rally from 2 runs down. They win this ball game 8-7. A lot of heroes, Mike. A lot of heroes as the Mariners win the first 3 games of this series. They're now 4-5 on the road trip.
Span moving back on the track. Ball game. Diaz doesn't even break a sweat. He cruises through the Astros in the 9th, and the Mariners take game 1. One quick hop. Segura handles it. This game is over. The Mariners win. And on August the 20th, Edwin Díaz locks down his 48th save to tie a single-season Mariners franchise record.
Marte will be facing Diaz for the first time. Inning started with a couple of base hits. Goldschmidt and Peralta. And Gamble straight up and right. Here's a pitch. This might do it right here. If Haniger can track it down. In the gap. He's there. Ball game over. Mariners win it.
What a game. What a game.
You know it. Win a marathon. 50th save for Sugar. And Scott Service is going to get a new haircut.
You're live? You can't do this live? Yeah. No live. No live. No. Whoa.
We're live right now.
No live. I got to see this. Let me see what's going on. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is terrible.
Diaz sets, pitch, popped it up. Span coming on, and he is there to get it, and the Mariners win this ball game 6-5. A tremendous come-from-behind victory tonight.
Astros down to their final out. Here's the pitch to Gurriel. A swing and a fly ball into deep center field. Going back is Gorman. He's there, and now Edwin Díaz with 56 saves. Number 3 all by himself all time in Major League history as he moves by now Gagne and Smoltz, and he's right behind Bobby Thigpen.
2 outs, bases loaded. Mariners 4-1, top 9. Quick turn of events gave him the next out. Texas trying to capitalize. Eddie trying to shut him down. The 2-2.
Struck him out. Game over. Mariners win it 4-1. 57th save for Diaz, ties Bobby Thigpen for second most in the season in baseball history.
You know, surprised me a lot. You know, my goal was 47. When I came to spring training, you know, I got 57 already. You know, I want to say thank God. You know, and you know, I worked hard to be here, and you know, amazing season.
2-2. He went around strike 3, and the ball game is over. Edwin Díaz puts on the finishing touches on an opening day shutout victory for the New York Mets. Robinson Cano shining in his Mets debut, driving in both runs. Jacob deGrom picking up where he left off with 6 scoreless innings and 3 scoreless from the bullpen, capped by Diaz's first save as a Met. Mets 2, Nationals nothing. And Rendon lines one hopper for Cano. He's got it, and the ball game is over. Edwin Díaz comes in, secures it with a 1-2-3 ninth inning, and in a wild back and forth affair, the Mets hit 5 home runs. Keon Broxton with a big hit, J.D. Davis with a couple of bombs, and the Mets have evened up this series with the Nats at a game apiece, winning today 6-5. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. He went to the high heat. Díaz at 99 upstairs strikes out Freddie Freeman, and the Mets take the opener from the Braves 6-3.
Boy, so many good stories. First, Díaz wiping Freeman out with 2 runners in scoring position. Alonso with a bomb of a home run. And maybe on the pitching side, Steven Matz with an outstanding effort.
Pitch number 9 from Díaz to Gardner. Swing and a foul tip. It's held. Strike 3, and the ball game is over. After the bobble, Ramos hangs on. Díaz gets the save. The Mets have taken 2 of 3 from the Yankees. The Yankees' 31-game home run streak comes to an end. When Díaz is here to close, trying to protect a 1-0 lead against some good hitters. Ozzie Albies hits a 1-hopper. And Andres Jimenez makes the play. 1 pitch and 1 retired for Díaz. Got him looking. 2 men down. Second time today that Ozuna's been called out on a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Trying to finish this one off. 1-2. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Another opening day success for the New York Mets. 39 of their last 51 on opening day. And he strikes out Ford to start the bottom of the 7th. Again, the 2-2. Struck him out. Díaz with the slider gets Mercer. Back-to-back strikeouts for Díaz. And the Yankees are down to their final out in game 1. 1-2 coming. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Díaz strikes out the side in the 7th. The Mets rally for their biggest comeback of the year so far. Alonso, Smith, and Marisnick with home runs. 4 scoreless innings for the Mets bullpen. And the Mets take game 1 of the doubleheader from the Yankees. 2-2 to Realmuto. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. A 1-2-3 ninth for Díaz. David Peterson gets a win in a very well-pitched game. And he lifts one down the left field side. Coming over is Dom Smith, and the ball game is over. Just like that, couple of fly ball outs, and Díaz has the save, and the Mets snap their 3-game losing streak. They lose 2 more players to injury, but they patch it together for a combined 3-hitter, and they get enough offense to survive the Braves tonight. 1-2 coming. Struck him out. Nasty slider, foul tipped for the first out of the 9th. Now it's Castellanos. 1-2. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Díaz. The Mets are 1 out away. And now the Phillies are down to their final strike. He struck him out. 5 Met pitchers combined for the 2nd no-hitter in New York Mets history. Edwin Díaz puts on the finishing touches, striking out the side of the 9th inning, and the Mets celebrate their 2nd ever no-hitter, started by Tylor Megill, finished by Edwin Díaz, as the Mets no-hit the Phillies. 1-2 coming. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Back-to-back shutouts for the Mets. They sweep a 6-game homestand, taking 3 from the Nationals. 21 consecutive scoreless innings for the Mets pitching staff. Huge day for Tomas Nido as he catches a shutout, drives in 3 runs, and goes 4 for 4.
Swing and a miss. He got him at 101. Now Buck Showalter is making a move slowly to the mound. Yeah, he is going to make the move, and perhaps just to get Adam Ottavino a few more pitches before he comes in from the bullpen, but a huge ovation similar to the one that Díaz got when he came in, he'll receive when he comes out.
2-2 to Hoskins. Popped it up on the left side. Brett Beatty, who stayed in at third base, makes the grab. And for the first time today, Rhys Hoskins has been retired. Mets are down by a couple of runs in the ninth, and it's driven to center, but Hader hustles over and makes the grab 2 out. But just the sight of Edwin Díaz back on the mound and the electricity that provides in this ballpark is such a great feeling for everybody connected with the Mets.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider, and Edwin Díaz has his first strikeout since 2022.
Strikeout for Díaz to end it, as he gets Jake Fraley and picks up his first save since coming back from injury. Edwin Díaz shuts the door. The Mets win it 3-2.
2-2 to Cruz.
Fly ball right center field. Over in the gap goes Marte. He's there, and the ball game is over. Edwin Díaz saves it for the second straight day. The Mets, after starting the year 0-5, have gotten back to 500. They've won 8 of their last 11 games as they score 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Harrison Bader plays hero again, and the Mets beat the Pirates 6-3.
He's got one career 6-out save. It came against Atlanta. Pitch on the inside corner. Edwin Díaz enters the game and blows Schwarber away.
He's usually gone to the slider. Look how much this ball moves horizontally right back. And again, the frame job of Alvarez.
He's been outstanding with runners in scoring position. Not there. Harper punched out. Díaz goes 97 and elevates.
I'm Trey Turner, and I know you're still in scoring position. But if you have a chance to take third, you can take it, because this fastball right here, right now, has got a lot of life.
95 runs batted in. Turner tying one at third. Hard one on the ground. Acuna fields and throws him out. It will strand Turner at third. Díaz leaves Turner. Reaches out to left field. Nimmo is there. One down. 0-2 to Real Muto. Stop goes. Swing and a miss. They throw down. It hits the bag. And it stays on the infield. What a break for the Mets. Swing and a miss. The Mets and Díaz get a huge 2-1 win. Nimmo homer. Díaz a 6-out save. And they will go to Atlanta, preventing the Phillies from winning the National League East. Ground ball. Lindor waits on it. He's got it. And the ball game is over. From 0-5 to OMG. What a ride. The Mets are going to the postseason in 2024. And what an incredible game to clinch with. Down 3-0, up 6-3, down 7-6. Lindor with the home run to put them over the top, and Díaz stretched to the max to close it out, and the Mets win it 8-7.
When Díaz will take over, so they bring in their closer. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nobody on, nobody out. Here comes. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and Adames is gone. Sanchez waits, and a tapper back to the mound. And Díaz goes about halfway and then tosses to the polar bear. 2 down. Ball and 2 strikes. Díaz kicks, fires. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Bowers is gone, and the Brewers go 1-2-3.
Kyle Schwarber, one of the most prolific playoff home run hitters in the history of this sport, who has never had a hit against Edwin Díaz, 0-for-9 with 7 strikeouts, will climb in as the tying run. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! The incredible turnaround by the New York Mets has taken them to their first National League Championship Series in 9 years. What a scene in Queens.
2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2. And a bounce back win for the Mets in game 2. After they're flattened 9-0 in game 1, they explode out of the gates in game 2 and hang on 7-3 to send this series back to Citi Field tied up. They've warded off winter at least one more day. One more day in the sun for these Mets fans. Mets magic still alive. On to LA for game 6.
Well, Pete Alonso got him here. Pete Alonso's keeping him going. We'll see how much magic they continue to have, and it's going to have to be with their bats. They're going to face 7, 8 different pitchers, different looks. They're going to have to be really, really good.
Fly ball to right center field. Did pretty well, but moving over is Juan Soto. He's got it on the night. He hit his first Mets home run. He catches the baseball to secure his first Mets win as the Mets beat the Astros in Houston tonight. Edwin Díaz a 1-2-3 ninth for a 3-1 ball game.
3-2 coming. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. 99-mile-an-hour gas upstairs, and Edwin Díaz notches the save, and the Mets even up the series with a 3-2 thriller.
That was the pitch, Ron.
That's right. I was wrong.
Wow. He had a very good fastball today.
Every once in a while, it's like, I'm going to throw this ball as hard as I can. See if you can hit it.
Whether they brought their trumpets or not,
they're tooting them.
They are in full Diaz mode. Edwards pitched only once in the last 9 days. They brought him into a lopsided game Saturday in Atlanta just to get some work.
This is a desperate times call for desperate measures. Diaz in the 8th.
8th pitch of the at-bat from Diaz to Marsh.
And he struck him out. Got him with the slider. 2 men down.
Diaz just trying to get this game to the 9th time. To the bottom of the 8th. 1-2.
Struck him out. Diaz stayed with the slider. He strikes out Marsh and Turner back-to-back.
Phillies 5 runs, 11 hits. The Mets 5 runs and 8 hits.
And Schwarber goes down swinging on high heat. Diaz has faced 3 and fanned 3. One down in the 9th.
That's impressive. 2-2 coming.
Struck him out. 4 batters, 4 strikeouts for Edwin Díaz.
And now Real Muto, who has already struck out 4 times tonight. He makes contact this time. Alonso ranging wide. His
lollipop throw, and Diaz pulls it down and gets the out. 2 coming to Dingler. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Edwin Díaz faces 4, retires 4, and as the Mets get a huge day for Juan Soto with a grand slam and a 2-run triple, and they outscore the Tigers 10-8.
Well, these are one of these games that was going back and forth, but the Mets just continue to score runs and pummel opposition.
On to Lux. And he hits one on the ground, and Acuna gets there to Diaz. He got it! Diaz back from the brink. He covers first base, gets the 4-1 put out. Acuna makes the play, and Diaz gets out of a huge jam in the 9th inning, and the Mets win it 5-4. Acuna covering so much ground to his left, and Diaz had the presence of mind to get over and cover. Ends the game.
1-1 coming.
Ground ball. Diaz has it. And the ball game is over. With their backs against the wall, the Mets get a must-win victory. A combined 1-hitter, brilliant pitching by Clay Holmes and the bullpen. Pete Alonso with a great offensive day. And the Mets stay alive into the final day of the season as they beat the Marlins today 5-0.